Hey guys, welcome back to my video. Tonight, and I say tonight because we are getting ready for a New Year's Eve party and I'm gonna go have some fun with my friends and Luke, and it's just gonna be an exciting night all around. But we shopped the stash, we picked out some makeup that I know is my ride or dies or I absolutely am in love with. One of the pigments that I use, I swatched in a video, but I didn't use it in that one and I knew I needed it for tonight. So we are going to play around with all the things that are in the collection as well as get ready for a very fun New Year's Eve party. We talk about what kind of party it is and why I am wearing what I am wearing. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see what I decided to use and how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, we are starting out in the primer drawer as we usually do. And if I'm doing a glam look for New Year's, I'm going to pick one of my favorite primers if I can find it. So I love the RMS. It is really nice and hydrating, but I still need to use my Tarte Timeless, which I need to buy a new one. Tonight, however, I am going to use my Stila All About the Blur. I just want my skin to look so smooth and nice for tonight. Now on to foundations and concealers. So foundations, one of my favorite ones that I've been using lately is the NARS Light Reflecting. Absolutely love this one. But let's see. I do also like, so Ambient, Infallible. That one is by far one of my favorites. It lasts forever. e.l.f. HD Liquid Coverage. I think this is too heavy for tonight. It is great coverage and it will smooth. I say heavy, it's not. It's very, like, it's buildable. That one, or CoverGirl. YSL All Hours is a really good one. Let's see. Charlotte, although the Ambient Soft Glow from Hourglass is great. This is a hard decision when you're trying to go with, you know, glam and just smoothing all over. Actually, I think I might go with the Catrice HD Liquid. Now for concealer. I have some great ones that I've recently been using. This one from Haus Labs. I just used the Too Faced yesterday. Let's see. Makeup Forever I just picked up. But honestly, one of my favorites, and it has been a go-to, is the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam. I love this stuff. For powders, we have the Huda Beauty, which I just actually bought a replacement. Givenchy, Juno & Co., which is so airy and light. MAC Studio Fix, but this one is in a little bit darker of a shade. So if I need a lighter foundation deepened up, this one's great. Laura Mercier, both the Blur and Smooth, and then the original. NARS. Milk was pretty, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I need to keep using it and trying it. One size. Haus Labs is good if I don't mind being a little bit shiny because it does seem to have like a sheen to it. I think I'm going to go with the Givenchy. Okay, we are into contour and bronzers. I have some favorites in here. The Milk Sculpt Stick. This one from Moira and Charlotte Tilbury for contour. Phenomenal. And I think tonight I want Charlotte. She's great for glam. And then now for bronzers. This one's a difficult one. There's some great ones in this drawer. You have Saie, the Sun Melt. This one's beautiful. You have the Huda Beauty Tantour. LYS, their powder bronzer, is beautiful, as well as their stick bronzer in Harmony. I've had this for a little bit before it went viral on TikTok. And I used it yesterday. Still really love it. Which one? That is a hard decision. Even these big ones back here that I have, like from Charlotte and Too Faced, even the cream one, Patrick Ta. Let's see where to go. I think honestly, and this one's a hard decision, I'm going to go with the Saie Sun Melt. We might be on a cream fix tonight. Okay, blush. I'm not so sure. I do think I want to do cream though, and that is probably going to be the Charlotte Pink Gasm Beauty Light Wand in Pink Gasm Sunset. This one is beautiful. It's just kind of a deeper shade than I usually go for. I have been using the Peach matte blush. This one's really pretty. Even the Patrick Ta ones. This one is She's Passionate. I love the cream bronzer, or the cream blush and the powder blush. This one's the cream and it's in She's Vibrant. This one is beautiful, very bright and bold. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Pink Gasm. Okay, highlighters is a hard one because there is also 2 drawers. And part of me wants to play around with some of my other shades. This one is beautiful. It's from the 90s and 1920s inspired collection for ColourPop. This one is In the Groove. It's a loose powder. I think I kind of want to use that one tonight. There's also, I don't know, the ColourPop, the Super Shock Cheeks. Look how stunning they are. I absolutely love those. We have the ones from Moira. Oh, Artist Couture is really good too. Maybe I'll grab 2 of them depending, because I think that one is kind of like pinky. So this one is in Rosé. I think I might want that on top of that blush. So we'll grab that one, because I don't think this one, oh no, I think I want Illuminati over Rosé. Any other ones that I want to grab? Highlighters is a hard one for me. Liquid, powder. This one's Charlotte. I love the packaging. I think I'm going to stick with these 2. I've got ColourPop in the Groove and Illuminati from Artist Couture. Okay, and we're on to lipsticks, and I say lipsticks tonight because I plan on putting my hair back. So I want to do a red lip. This is Million Dollar Baby from ColourPop. Ooh, that's a pretty red. Or there's Evil Queen from Villains Collection. Oh, let's see. Do I want to go vampy with Ursula? Oh, I think that's too dark for what I'm trying to do tonight. I still haven't picked out an eyeshadow palette. Ruby from Me, or not. That is pretty. Oh, I do have that Pat McGrath one. That's right there. Let's see. This one I just picked up. This is, or no, I received this in a subscription. This is the shade Elson. It is quite stunning. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to do this one. I talked about it recently, but I haven't used it. So we'll do this one. And now I need to pick my eyeshadow palette. Okay, you guys, we are into the bookshelves. And they look like a disaster right now, honestly. They might look fairly organized, but to me, like, I have a couple because I ran out of room on the ColourPop shelf. And then these ones just recently got added into the collection. I have not done the eyeshadow declutter yet. We'll get there. But I'm thinking something smoky, sultry. Let's see, Natasha Denona, the My Dream palette. All right, so this is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I think this has a bunch of beautiful shades that I'd be interested in using tonight for a smoky eye. So we'll grab this one. Let's see, what else do we have? I feel like I use the Sultry palette quite a bit. I mean, if it's good, why not reach for it? So this has the browns, tans, and black that I would need for a smoky eye. I am planning on using a loose shimmer, so I don't need to worry about the shimmery shadows. Although I might, who knows? Let's see, I'm trying to think of what else has smoky shades in it. I don't think Nightmare Before Christmas is the palette. No, that's gotten some neons. I mean, it does have some tan shades, but the black has glitter in it, so that's a no. I think I'm just going to stick with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette and Sultry from Anastasia Beverly Hills, because those for sure have some of my favorite eyeshadows. Okay, you guys, so just going to help us with this one. Hi, baby. All right, so we are into the individual shadows, and there's so many beautiful ones, but the one I want to use tonight is from Kaima. I think it's this one right here. Yes, this is the one in Radiance. I absolutely love this when I swatched it, and it's kind of a champagne-y gold shade, which I think will be perfect. Okay, you guys. So it is 4:30 right now, and we have a New Year's Eve party to go to tonight. It doesn't start till 7, but I also don't want to be rushing at the last minute. So I'm trying to get myself together. Also, I know that like I'm incapable of taking a nap. Oh, I'm priming my eyes with my p.louise base, if we're surprised. For some reason, it's still my favorite eyeshadow primer. And it lasts. It makes my eyeshadows just stay put. But we have a Great Gatsby murder mystery New Year's Eve party at my friend Erin's house tonight. And I am really excited. I straightened my hair earlier just so that it's done and out of the way. And I was trying to get ideas because when you look up like 1920s makeup, hair, all of that, a lot of them had the little straight bob. If you watch the movie Chicago, who is it? Renee Zellweger. Is that her? I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. But they had the cute little bobs, her and Catherine Zeta-Jones. So I was just kind of like, we're not cutting our hair. I'm not great with wigs. So what other ways could I do my hair? And one of them, a lot of them had the little like headbands and the feather kind of fascinator type of thing. And then they do a chignon where they roll the hair up. So I think I'm going to try and do that. But I want to get my hair out of the way for right now. And then I'll go and do all of that after I do my makeup, because the headband would go across my forehead. Planning it out in my head. Alright, so I picked 2 palettes. I picked the Sultry palette. I love this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It has a beautiful color story, but really I only need this brown, tan, and black. When I was looking for like 20s inspired makeup, there's a couple different like interpretations. A lot, like I still want glam and glitz because my character has a theme. So also looking at the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, there's tans, brown, and black. And then if I wanted to go with kind of like a cranberry shade, I could. Or even some of the more peachy shades to give different definition. And I might even do that. I might do, I think I'm gonna go with the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. This one I travel with all during the holidays. Absolutely love it. It has a little bit of everything. I still like this palette. It is really beautiful. Look at the packaging. But I think I used the Sultry palette quite a bit for my glam get ready with me's. It is what it is. And then of course we have the Kaima Cosmetics. This is the Loose Glitter Pigment in Radiance. If you like Natasha Denona and want to save a little bit of money, I do have an affiliate code. It is in the drop down box down below. I think you save 15 or like 20%. It helps you. I do get a commission off of it. It's up to you if you want to use it. But I know she was also just having like up to 35% off her website. Anyways, she always does some really good sales, her and Pat McGrath. So we're going to take the fluffy crease brush. I was also like, okay, I need to put on, I think I scratched myself. I need to put a shirt on that is loose enough that I can like take it up over my head and not mess up my hair. But I'll figure it all out. I'm going to go into the shade Carpe Diem. It's just kind of like a peachy shade. This one's going to go into the crease and up just to give some different definition. What are you doing for... By the time you see this, it'll already be past New Year's. So what did you do for New Year's Eve? Did you stay home and watch the ball drop? Did you go out and hang out with your friends? Do a small get together? Did you go all out and do a huge vacation? Because I've done, well, I've done some of different things for like New Year's in the past. I want to say, what was it, 2 years ago? I had just gotten home from the holidays with family, and I have Sochu. Hello, honey. No, Dixon is not happy. There is someone walking in front of the house. She's been hanging out with me upstairs all day because I was putting laundry away. I tried to sleep in. That didn't work. So we'll see how long I last tonight. Luke is trying to get Dixon to be quiet. Trying to break that dog of barking at whatever walks in front of the house is the hardest. The mailman's called him a terrorist before. Hey. Hey, honey. I need my arm. She's so funny. I don't know what she's trying to do. Do you want to lay down? Animals are the funniest. I'm gonna have a pile of cat in my lap. She was in my chair before I sat down to film. And then when I sat down, she was like, nope. Now she's like, I'm claiming it back. Where was I? 2 years ago, I came home and I was getting ready. Like, I'd ordered a cute outfit. We did like a disco theme. So I had an outfit and everything ready for it for Erin's house, because she always does like the best parties. She's who we did the holiday party with, where we all dressed up as Santas. And this year is the Great Gatsby murder mystery. But that year was the disco. And I started to not feel good. And this was, so 2 years ago, we were still like the height of COVID, the pandemic and all the fun stuff. And I just wasn't feeling good. And I was like, I don't want to chance it. Like, let me go and get a test and see. I did. And of course, come home from visiting family and I had COVID. So I stayed home. Luke and I were at home together and he didn't get it. It was just me. He didn't get it at all. But we stayed home and had Grubhub delivered to the porch and told him, just drop it off, let us know you're here and we'll pick it up afterwards. Because I was not planning on being home to cook dinner or anything like that. And you really are going to make this difficult, aren't you, Sochu? I'm going to go into the shade Aspiration. So we had food and everything, but I did not want to get my friends sick. And I just stayed home and had a relaxing, chill New Year's Eve. This is just going to go into the crease and the outer edge. Start building up that smokiness. And then, what did we do? Last year, Luke and I went to Houston. And we're with his family and friends. And his brother is in a band, so we went and saw them perform and celebrated New Year's that way. But this year, we are all healthy and happy, and I have a really cute dress for my 20s themed, and I'll have to get my phone and tell you what my character is, because by the time you see this, the party will have already been done. And any of my friends who watch the video won't get a sneak peek of who I am. So we've done a Christmas themed murder mystery last year for the holiday party. And it was a lot of fun. And I was like the head reindeer. No, I had elf ears. I was an elf. I was like the head elf in charge of the reindeer and who led the sleigh. And it was so much fun. But I had ordered elf ears and I had like the piercings and all the piercings that I wish I could have right now, I had in my elf ears. And it was so much fun. But this year, I have to be dressed up glitz and glam for my character, which I'm not worried about. I love, and mostly my glitz and glam is my makeup. But we're gonna have such a good night. I'm excited for it. The downside is Luke does have to work tomorrow. So yes, we're gonna go and have a good time, but we're probably gonna come home not too long after midnight so that he gets a decent night's sleep. He did nap a little bit, as much as he can. But he had duty yesterday. I don't know if I really explained what duty is for those that aren't military. So for us in the military, in the Navy predominantly, on ships and some of the buildings, we have duty, which means for him, he has to be on the ship for a full 24 hours. They're just making sure like everything's okay on the ship. There's no flooding, there's no fires. We essentially are all trained to be firefighters on board ships. If there's fire or flooding, like we know how to combat it, stop it, save the ship, all that fun stuff. I am trained in it too. But all right, so I think that's a good like build. I think I could get it a little bit more smoky up. I know I'm going to build black up a little bit, but I do like the peachiness that's coming through. Okay, in the shade Blackest Black, and on a pencil brush so I can get a more precise lay down. So his ship right now is doing what they call port and starboard, so every other day they have a full 24 hours on board the ship. Granted, he was gone with me. We were down in Cape Coral. We just got back a couple days ago. I haven't filmed since we got home because I just needed to like do laundry, put some stuff away. We had his parents come over for dinner along with his sister and brother-in-law. They came over and just enjoyed the rest of our like little mini vacation. It wasn't long, it was only a couple days. We were in Cape Coral for 5 days and then drove back. Had a great time with my parents, and my brothers were down there with their wives and their kids. Alright, so just bringing it over into the corner to deepen it up a little bit. But since we got back, Luke has had, so we got back, Luke had a day off because he was still on leave. We didn't get back until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And then yesterday he had a full 24 hours on board. Today he's been off but napping. And tomorrow he has another full 24 hours. It's not like that every day, but right now that's how their schedule is. So he is a tad bit worn out, but still being a trooper. And it's like, yep, I'm gonna go and hang out with friends, bring in the new year. And then I don't have anything else planned for us right now. But he knows that I wanted to go and spend New Year's with my friends. And they always have a fun time. And he missed the holiday party because he was on duty. Alright, just trying to get this like a little more angled and pointed. Just trying to make sure that they like, you guys don't really see this because usually I'll do this eye and then do this eye off camera. Usually it's just trying to like taper them and like figure out which one needs a little bit more help than the other one. Let me find my character real quick. Sochi's gonna be so mad at me when I have to like get up and turn the camera off. Alright, so my character is Billy Love. Acting and dressing the part. You're a confident flapper sought after by Hollywood for your looks and charm. You know that your persona is what really makes you who you are. So the New Year's Eve party, you will have a ditzy and starstruck persona. I was talking to one of my friends and they're like, are you sure you're going to be able to do this? And I was like, it's all my friends, so it doesn't really matter, but I'll try. To attend the New Year's Eve party, you will dress the Hollywood part, possibly by wearing a stunning gown adorned with diamonds and a fur stole. You'll make your way to the center of the room to showcase your striking presence and mingle with the elite. In Hollywood, scandals are common, so you'll stay vigilant throughout the night. You'll also keep a watchful eye on your beau, Sid Foreman, which is Luke's character, to ensure he stays out of trouble. If he can't keep up with your high standards, you won't hesitate to move on to a more suitable lover. With your fame and beauty, you know you're the cat's meow, and you'll do whatever it takes to keep it your way. Keep it that way. This is going to be so much fun. There's a couple different like things that you have to read. Like the Harbor Herald, it tells you like different details from the night. And then we also have to figure out who the murderer is. But I'm really excited for this. It is going to be so much fun. And Erin's already told us that you're going to run away. You can sit right here. Come here. All right, she's going to move off my lap. No, she's like, I want to be back on your lap. Honey, I got to get ready. I do like how my eyes have turned out so far. And if I was a matte eyeshadow girly, I would for sure put a matte. Like, I really like how this looks. I might do this in the future if I can bring myself to just not do shimmer, but that's very unlikely. All right, so we are going to use this. Kaima also has an affiliate code. If you like duochromes, multichromes, shimmers, glitters, like, they have it. Look at this. I'm going to see if I can apply this without my glitter glue. It is a loose pigment. It should be something that I can just apply with a brush or my finger. So I am going to use a dry brush to start out. And if that doesn't work, then we'll move on to another technique. Oh, it's just so beautiful and glittery. And right now I just have the p.louise base in place of like the glitter glue. And usually I don't get this payoff unless I use my finger. Oh, that is stunning. There's still so much on my brush. And I'm just patting it into place. What do you guys think? Do you like it with or without? I'm just not that matte girly, but I might. I really like how that looks right now. I really like this shimmer. Okay, so one of the other things that we do for New Year's is resolutions. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions? Like, is there anything that on the top of your list? I don't necessarily have a resolution as like goals to get back into the gym. Now, I did have my nerve ablation before we went to Cape Coral to see my parents, and she said it won't take for like 2 or 3 weeks. Still been having a little bit of pain. She said I can still take my pain medication, but she said it'll take some time for it to like take effect, which is fine. It's okay. It's something I knew was a possibility. Why did I just block that one out? Like, it's okay. I do have to put more black on when I do my under eye and everything, so it'll be fine. I'll be able to fix this, but this shade is absolutely stunning. But now that I've had the nerve ablation, and hopefully it does take effect. I still was working out prior to the nerve ablation and everything. Okay, so let's see. Is it gonna transfer off or is it gonna stay? Oh no, it's staying put. I love that. I didn't have to do anything extra. It did exactly what I wanted. This is spectacular. We will smoke it up a little bit more after I do my base products. So she did decide she wanted off my lap. My feelings aren't hurt. Alright, so the Stila, all about the blurring and smoothing primer. I do love this. I have not, however, used it with the Catrice, so I'm interested to see how they work together. I did put a lip mask on earlier, just so that my lips have like the hydration and moisture. I've been using the Glow Recipe. What is this? The Hyaluronic Gloss Balm. This stuff is so good. It feels so great on the lips. Just pressing this in right here. Oh, and then Luke. He knew his costume idea and he meant to order his vest and everything for his costume outfit garb for tonight, and then he kept forgetting, and he ordered it last night. No, he ordered it the night before, and I was like, are you sure it's gonna make it here on time? He's like, oh yeah, they said it's gonna be here. It showed up today, like an hour and a half ago. I was like, you might want to try that on. You are like really waiting till the last minute. All right, so now we're gonna go into the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in Warm Beige. This one I color matched on, I think it was Amazon when I bought it. This was a repurchase. I just needed a better shade. I do like that it has the little dropper, so you can precisely put it where you want it. But we'll start with that, and it may have been too much. We'll see. Oh,
Resolutions and goals. I forgot what I was talking about, sorry. Not so much a resolution as it's a goal to get back into the gym, build back what I had lost when I wasn't able to work out like I was. Most of my working out has been like my legs and my arms, not so much my back or my core. So I know I've gained weight. I'm not as comfortable in my body as I had been, but I want to get back to that. And it will take time, but I need to be consistent, and hopefully like my back won't hurt as much and I'll be able to, you know, be motivated when it doesn't hurt and do what I need to do. Get back to a healthier weight. I also am not in like Navy standards for my height. I am about 14 pounds over what the Navy will allow for my height. And I'm just like, you'll be fine. So if you don't weigh in on the scale like you're supposed to, they'll use a tape measure and get an average and go, okay, you're within this body fat percentage and you're within standards. All right, we're gonna go back in for a little bit more in certain areas. I know I need it like right here. And I remember the like for Saie when they would do in the tutorials and stuff, they would just like drip it on their face. And I'm like, that's absurd. I see it now and they do it like with foundation. I'm like, oh, it hurts my heart because just the amount of foundation that's going on, and then they're like blending it out till the next day. I'm just like, oh my goodness, my pores would hate me and I would have all of the acne, all of it. So this is full coverage, but it is very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel like it's just super cakey. If you use too much, it can look cakey. That's why I started small and like built up. I'm also not going into the under eye because I have concealer. So I don't want it to be like super cakey and gross. Okay, now for contour, bronzer, concealer. So contour, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in Fair Medium. And I just straight on the brush. I start out small and I can build up if I need to. Not too much because like they didn't do that in the 20s. Like that wasn't the thing. Rouge and blush was the thing. No, I don't want you. She started sniffing my contour. Honey, you do not need contour. You are a calico and you have all the shading. She really is like a beautiful coloring. If you've seen her on my Instagram, like she is so pretty. If I tried to pick her up right now, she would meow bloody murder. She is so beautiful. I got her when I was in Japan. Can I pick you up a little bit? No. No. All right, we're gonna go into the Saie Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in Medium Bronze. Hi, honey. Can you keep your nose out of my bronzer? There's certain scents that attract animals, and whatever my lotion is, she is attracted to it. It's the Nivea, like, it's a dark blue bottle. It's like a 48-hour hydration. I use it in the winter because my skin just gets so dry and parched. I'm just building slowly because I don't want it to like overtake. That, and I know that I don't need a lot of bronzer for 20s makeup. Granted, I'm doing the makeup that I want to do. They also had the really thin eyebrows. I cannot get behind that. Maybe if that was like even then, it's just, it was never my vibe, even in the 90s when people did it. All right, I think that's where I'm gonna stop with bronzer. It doesn't have to be super intense. All right, I am gonna conceal before I do my blush. And we are using the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Concealer. I have my shade in N5. I absolutely love this. It's just so good and creamy. Dampen Beauty Blender sponge. I think this is a Luxie one actually. Actually, I was going to, I keep seeing everyone using the brush technique and I'm like, all right, let's try this. Should I be doing it today on the day that I'm like trying to go to a party and glam? Probably not, but like, we're gonna try. If not, I have the sponge on standby. It's actually blending out beautifully and a little more precise. I might start it out like with the brush and then do the blender to just get the edges. Oh, I really like that. Okay. I'm just making sure that it's not cakey right here, like it's a lifesaver. I don't even know why I just like open my mouth like trying to catch bugs. Okay, I actually like the brush technique. And then of course we have the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in Pink Gasm Sunset. So same thing with brush, just a little bit out on it. I'm not trying to go overboard, but it doesn't want to. It has some pigment to it. See, and I'm just building it slightly because I don't want to overdo it, but I do want like pinky cheeks, which is different. I usually like the peachy cheeks. Are you comfortable, little cat? She has just made herself at home. The other like New Year's resolution goal that I have is to not procrastinate. I have a horrible habit of procrastinating. And then last minute I'm like, oh crap, I need to film more. I need to rush out the door and I don't have time. And I just need to, I'm trying to get into the habit, even on the weekends, like when Luke and I wake up, we'll do our coffee, I'll do some stuff on the computer, kind of like my YouTube stuff and things that I need to do. But lately I have been like the night before, I'm like, oh crap, I need to do a thumbnail, which, all right, today I did the afternoon. Like I woke up this morning, I put my laundry away because we unpacked our suitcases, got my suitcase unpacked, like doing the things I needed to do, which leaving my suitcase for like a month to unpack is absurd, but I have done it in the past. Just I get home and I'm tired and like you know, have you heard the phrase, a vacation from your vacation? And it wasn't that my vacation was stressful. It was the drive. Going down to Florida on the 28th was horrendous. Not the 28th. We came back the 28th. Driving down on the 22nd, which was like the worst travel day of the year. At least that's what the news said. And it felt like it. We left here a little late because Luke had done the oil change the night before. And then he noticed some oil dripping and I was like, oh shoot, like I need to fix that. And he just wanted to make sure like we weren't gonna lose all of our oil on the highway. So we left a little late, but by the time that we got in, we still should have made it in around like 8:30 because my parents had booked us, like the family, there were like 12 of us down there, had booked us a it's like a boat tour through all the Christmas lights on the canal in Cape Coral. We didn't make it. We got stuck in some of the worst traffic jams and it was just kind of like, what the heck? And it was like around South Carolina. It wasn't even like the major hubs like Atlanta or Nashville. This was in like leading up to Florence, South Carolina. I was like, why? Why is it so busy? It was. All right, so now the Givenchy Prisme Libre. This is the, I said it all dramatic, I'm sorry. The matte finish and enhanced radiance loose powder in Voila Rosé. I love this powder. It's just got like a brightening effect. All right, I have my little puff. And then with the Natasha Denona, you can just go and pat it out with your finger because it is a dry down consistent or a dry down concealer. You just pat out your lines before you set it with powder. But I was tired from all the driving. I did, however, get lucky because I got a message when we were driving back that we didn't have to go in on the 29th. That needs to get patted out. That we were just like teleworking. So I checked my email, made sure nothing was crazy and due. And I was like, even then, the rest of the people are teleworking. So like I'll see them when I return into the building. Let me see. I might need to do the lines. The lines are fierce tonight. Like I said, one of my things was I'm going to try and get better about procrastination and putting things off. And like I've got a couple of videos that are already like set to like post, but I don't have thumbnails for them. I did the one today for tomorrow's video that you guys will see, which I think is my holiday party get ready with me. But just trying to get those put together and done earlier. I need to actually do like my TikToks. I was doing really good for a little bit and then I fell off the wagon around like the end of October. And then I told myself when we were driving down to Florida that I was like, oh yeah, I'll go and edit my TikToks. I didn't. I need to get better about it. Ow! So she is not declawed and she just, yeah, bye. She just clawed the crap out of my leg. She was starting to slip and she into my leg to hold on and I went to like go pick her up. So and she's like, screw it, I'm just gonna get down. She was probably gonna come back. We'll see. All right, I am just dusting off the excess powder. All right, now we need to finish off the under eye. We're gonna go into the shade Carpe Diem. This is gonna go all the way underneath. I'm just putting it into place. Granted, the darker shades are going to give some contrast, so I'm actually gonna bring it down a little bit more than I normally would. So trying to get back into the gym, not procrastinating as much and finishing up things that like, there's things that I started in 2023 that I need to finish, like my real estate license. I got busy, I got carried away, and then obviously things in November didn't like get me back on track. So I need to finish that stuff. I'm gonna go into the shade Aspiration. is actually taking on a different color because of how peachy it looks underneath the eyes. And then into Black is Black. But what are your like New Year's resolutions or goals for 2024? Was 2024 your best year yet, or was 2023 your best year yet, or are you hoping that it's better in 2024? If you've seen my recent like life update and everything that happened this year, 2023 was not my favorite year. It'll never be my favorite year, and I'm trying not to cry. I'm just hoping that 2024 is a little bit better. There was a lot that happened. There were a lot of things that were not in my control. And I like to be able to kind of keep a wrangle on things. But my entire life changed in January when I moved my grandmother in. And it's not a bad thing. I love my grandmother to death. That is not the right word for that. I absolutely love my grandmother. And there was a lot of things that led up to her moving in with me. And it was the best decision that my cousin and I could make at the time. And it worked out until it didn't. And unfortunately, if you saw that video, November I lost my grandmother, who might as well have been a mother to me. When I talked about going to see my parents for Christmas, it's my dad and my stepmom. I am very, very, very close to my grandmother. And every summer, every winter, I was at her house. And there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the future that I wish she was there for. Why am I crying now? Whew, you guys. I know she'll always be with me because her memory is going to go with me wherever I am. I am trying to get myself back under control. But she'll be with me no matter what. I keep telling myself that. She is probably here with me right now. You guys, this shimmer is just so delicious. I really like this. It did kind of fluff up into my crease, but I'm not mad at it. It is absolutely stunning, and it's just so metallic and shimmery. If I thought I could get away with this for work, this is my new favorite color. Trying to get my composure back. All right, so I picked out 2 highlighters. We have the ColourPop In The Groove Loose Powder Highlighter. Let me swatch this one. So that's what that one looks like. And then we have the Artist Couture Illuminati. And this one is just a beautiful like champagne. Both, oh, they're both stunning. So ColourPop Artist Couture. I think I'm gonna do Artist Couture just because it's more champagne than, and the other one is more like a yellow gold. And I want the champagne for this. That's why you pick out a couple and then you just compare. It's beautiful, it's just, this is just not the vibe tonight. All right, so inner corner, and so it does have a sifter. It does still get out of its little like component, which is fine. I just tap it off in the cap and then place it where I need it. Lovely. And then we need it in the brow bone. Absolutely stunning. I love this highlighter.
I need to touch up my brows. I did have them done the other day, so they're tinted and pretty good, with the exception of the fact that I have a couple spots where, like, I have a couple spots that the tint starts to fade right away, and it's just, it just happens that way. It does not matter that my girl Haley, who does my brows, tries, and she will like just focus on that spot. It does not want to keep the tint. But if I only have to like fix this one spot by the entire brow, I'm okay with that. All right, so I'm just going to use the Melt Perfectionist Brow Ultra Precision Brow Pencil. I have it in the shade, what is it? Dark brown. Also, I had packed all my stuff the night before, and my aunt and uncle had came in. They were on their own little road trip heading to Texas, but stopped to see me and Luke. And the night before, I had packed all my like essentials that I needed. Tell me why I forgot my like Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. Technically, I probably needed a new container of it anyways, but I had to go to Target during Christmas rush trying to get, like everyone else is trying to get presents. I was just trying to get brow wax. But I was like, it's a zoo. It was a madhouse. I just don't go Christmas shopping like that. I would much rather go on Amazon or the websites or anything. I just do not. After working in a store during the holidays, I refuse. Especially like Black Friday. No, absolutely not. And like one year I was working at American Eagle while I was in the Navy. And I did it because I was like addicted to their clothes and I could at least get a discount and save some money. But the one time I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll work Black Friday, no big deal. It was a zoo. And my manager's like, you're in the military, you should be able to handle lines. I was like, no. The military, I can give an order and say, you will stand here and not move. You don't get to do that same technique in a consumer like a consumer type of store. Like that just, I would have gotten a lot of corporate complaints. So she was like, can you just refold clothes? I was like, absolutely. But when she was like, yeah, you should be able to do like crowd control, I was like, the crowd control that I would like, that's not what you want. That's not, that's not, I'm not trained in that. But it was cool because she was like, we're all gonna do pajama pants and tops to just make sure, like, that was the other thing, is they would do discounts on different things, and they were doing like PJs and stuff. So this was back in like 2006 that I worked there. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But that was the cool thing about working at American Eagle. And I don't know that they still do it, especially because, like I said, 2006 was when I worked there. But each month we had a special item that they wanted us to focus on. So they would, your one item, they would give you like 50% off of that, and then like 40% off of everything else. And man, was my closet still has a lot of American Eagle in it. If it's from 2006, is it considered vintage? But I still like love their jeans and stuff like that. All right, let me go do my brows because I am going to take forever doing this, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so liner, mascara. I used the Huda Beauty One Coat Wow. I absolutely love this. It's so easy to put on, and the lashes just look so full. I was thinking about doing fall season, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like it. My eyelids hurt because I don't wear them so frequently. And then I did do my brows. I just need to use my Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. One of my friends asked me, she's like, how do you get your brows to look fluffy? I take this, I drag it backwards, make sure they're all looking crazy standing up. And then I go and brush back through them, combing them in the direction that I want them to go. See, so a little bit fluffier than these that are kind of laid down right now. But absolutely love the Fluff Up Brow Wax for that. Drag it all backwards because it's going to make sure that they all have
the wax on it. Fluffy brows was not the thing in the 20s, but this is my interpretation because I still like my brows to be a little bit more thick. And then I like this highlighter, but I feel like I need something a little glitzy. So I grabbed the Fenty Diamond Balm. This is How Many Carats? I love this. And it's just gonna be all the shine. May have gone overboard with that. It's okay. It is a gorgeous highlighter. And I love this. That's why I survived the declutter, which should be up soonish. For lips, I grabbed my lip liner. This is the Lorac Alter Ego lip liner in the shade Pinup. It is the one that matches my lipstick the closest, as well as for setting spray. I already used my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I cannot talk today, you guys. All right, so we are going to line the lips. I do like that it has like the twist up, so you're not having to sit there and like sharpen it. This lip liner is so nice and creamy, like it's just going on. You guys, when I walked out of here, Luke was putting his stuff on, making sure like it didn't need to be tweaked or anything. He scared the crap out of me. He had one of those fake mustaches on. He's like, should I keep it? And I was like, you do whatever you want. I'm okay with it. It's cute. It's funny. Like, you do whatever you want. It is your character. He did decide to take it off. It was trying to like burn his lip. It scared the crap out of me though, because I was like, whoa. I swear this lip always looks like it's flat. Okay, that's better. I don't know why. It just always seems to look a little flat. And then Pat McGrath Labs, this is Matte Trance Lipstick in Elson. Look how stunning that is. It is like a perfect match. You guys, this lipstick is so creamy. It still looks, it's in my head. It has to be in my head that my lips look that flat. All right, I need to go ahead and do my hair. I did grab the accessory that I have. It is so cute. So this should be this side. All right, let me go ahead, try and do my hair. I'll be back with the final look. Okay, you guys, I am back and this is the final look. So the dress and the accessories I did buy off of Shein. I'll link them down below. So if you're interested and maybe you have a theme party that you don't want to spend a lot of money on, definitely go check that out. The dress is super cute. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to get a full length picture because I did not get a full length picture for the holiday party. I felt horrible about that. But along with the pearls, the earrings, and the headband, the set also came with a set of gloves, which I'm not a huge fan of. They're cute. And then an old school like cigarette holder. I quit smoking back in 2010, so there's not going to be a cigarette in here. But I can carry it around as an accessory that is inexpensive and I'm not worried if it disappears. As for the hair, it was actually really easy. I've never done my hair like this before. I would recommend though, instead of straightening it like I did, I probably would have straightened the top so that it like lays down better and then curl the ends to make it easier to ravel and like tuck inside. I do have a couple that like keep popping out because they're just like, oh, I want to be straight. They don't want to be tucked in. But so far it feels good. I don't like how it's pushing on my forehead. It's just making, no, I have indents. Cool. It is what it is, and I think it's super cute though. Maybe a different color feather if your hair is really dark, but I tend to like black and gold and like silvery champagne-y shades. I do, however, because it said that they recommended like a fur stole. I have this jacket that I bought from Victoria's Secret a couple years ago, just as like an accessory, and it's cold. It's like 40 something degrees. So maybe I'll just wear it around my arms or whatnot to just kind of give the aesthetic instead of wearing the gloves, and then now I've got long sleeves. So modify how you see fit. But I had a lot of fun creating this. I don't know how long the headband's gonna last. Hopefully all night. So far it's not hurting my head, but you know, they say beauty is pain and fashion it's not supposed to hurt. That's just what I believe. But you guys, let me know, are there any products that I tried, or maybe you're interested in seeing, maybe you want me to do a series of makeup throughout the years. I don't know. This is my first attempt at 1920s, and like I said, I wasn't gonna go full 1920s because I still like some of the things that we have in our makeup repertoire right now, like the fluffy brows. But I do like a good red lip and a smoky eye. But you guys, let me know your thoughts, and if there's anything that you did special to celebrate New Year's Eve, or any New Year's resolutions that you may have. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.